All right. Okay, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here. Just chilling. I'll get a few things together. Oh, there he is. Now, give me a second, Doctor. Just get my bits and pieces together. Got Doctor Strange coming to the stage as my trusty co-host. There we go. Get Doctor up to the stage. Quick, smart. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Doctor.
What's going on, Prez?
How are we, mate?
I'm good, man. You know, counting down 59 minutes to go.
Well, I tell you what. Before we get into it, let's play our intro music and we'll get straight into it because we got a few things to talk about this time around. So let's go. All right. Yeah, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here, and we're back again. With this time with VeVe Wednesday, so up to episode 67. I better turn that down a little bit before I wake up my family upstairs or get angry text messages from the missus. But yeah, so got a few things to talk about this episode. So loads going on. We've got the San Diego Comic-Con happening. We got Deadpool Wolverine's just premiered and all the reviews for that looking very, very good. But first, before we get into anything of importance, I got to welcome my co-host, Mr. Dr. Strange. Say, Doctor, how are you, sir?
Hey, doing awesome, man. Cannot complain at all. Another VeVe Wednesday here. I'm amped.
Yes, sir.
So much going on, right?
Oh, mate, we got things happening all across the board. We got things going on the VeVe front. We got things going on with San Diego Comic-Con. We got a few things happening over on Omi. So we got a few new trailers, Deadpool, Wolverine. It's all happening, but that absolutely is not the most important thing. The most important thing is happening in about, as you said, about 49 minutes. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for that because something awesome is going to happen in 49 minutes. So we won't tell anyone yet. We'll keep it a secret, but you know, stay tuned for about another hour, and you'll find out what it is.
Thanks.
But first and foremost, how has your week been so far, Doctor? How have you been?
Insane, man. Started a new 9 to 5.
Oh, really?
Had a heat wave in New York at the same time.
Oh, lovely.
Car broke down. It's just been a lot, man.
God. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, especially cars. Cars, I know in particular, I hate cars. Cars are just nothing but money pits in my eyes.
That's a fact. You know, they're useful. You know, get you where you gotta go. I'm the type that when I'm ready to go, I want to go, and I'm used to driving. You know, I've been driving since 16. Had about 15 cars. Guess that's a car year average. But yeah, man. You know, it is what it is. Comes with the territory, you know. But that's it, man. Week has been okay. We're at the end of it, and I'm ready to get parties started. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So well, it sounds like your week's been very similar to mine. So my week's been a very what's the word I should look for? Intense. I'll go with intense. Just work, life, VeVe. We've got to get to the comics. Like, you know, we've got the latest episode of that dropping a bit later on, but we'll go over that in a minute. But first, before and foremost, I better welcome our listeners. I see all the usual cool kids in the house. I see Double Quills listening in the background there. Yo, Steph, King Nino, Giorgio, and a new listener as well I haven't seen before, CVG. So, but thank you for tuning in and listening. Much appreciated. And so we've got a few things to go over. So what should we start with? How about we start with the big one? So we start with what's happening on everyone's lips at the moment. The San Diego Comic-Con is just starting and is in full effect. So I can see all over X. So we've got all the VeVe communities showing up. So everyone's meeting up. So a few things happening with the some of the booths. But this I thought was very cool. A big shout out to Informant BE. Apparently, he has his own correspondent there, helping to cover the drop streams, which will be happening starting from the 26th at 1:15 Central Mountain Time. And our special correspondent is none other than Furo Ikomi, which I thought was pretty cool. So, Fro, if you're out there, what's up? I can't help but say that. It's just every time I think of Fro now, all I think is that video. I'm sure you've seen it, Doctor, and if anyone out there hasn't seen it, you need to see it straight away.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one, man. That was great. That's hilarious. Brought me way back to the commercial days. Yeah.
No, well, not just the commercial days. Like, if you've ever seen like scary movie, like that was my first flashback.
Well, yeah, but that was a ripoff of a commercial. That's where that came from. Yeah, so originally that was I believe it was like Budweiser or Coca-Cola, one of those, some type of commercial.
It was, I believe it was Budweiser.
There you go, yeah.
And then even back in Australia when I was growing up, we even had an Aussie version of that, which was instead of them going "What's up," they were all going "Mate."
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. Look it up on YouTube.
Was it for Foster's?
Was it for Foster's? Oh, you stereotype. No. For Foster's. Well, funny enough, actually, Foster's is actually brewed in the UK. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It actually says it.
A bait and switch.
I know. It actually says it on the can.
Oh wow. Who reads can? Man, your objective is to get drunk. Ain't nobody reading the can.
I know. Ain't nobody reading the cans. I know, but I know. Funny enough, it was the first thing that someone said to me. Like the moment I moved here from Australia to the UK, it's like, oh, do you want a can of Foster's? I was like, people actually drink Foster's.
Oh man, yeah. So you have better options, right? Like special. Oh,
absolutely.
Forget it.
Absolutely, I know. Australia is like a beer scene is like there's a lot more local stuff than there is Foster's now. So yeah, but it's still there. People still drink it. It's just not very popular.
Right. Is like Killian's popular still at all?
Killian's. I'm going to say no. I mean, like it's been a while since I've been back in Australia, but I think the top brands when I was there are things like I need a humble here in the background to back me up, or any of the Australian fam. We've still got what we got. We've got VB. We got Foster's. We got VB. Which is a Victoria Bitter, 4X Gold, Crowns. Great Barrier Reef is still a big one as well. And a whole heap of other local stuff I can't think of off the top of my head, but Google it. I'm pretty sure Foster's is down there, very, very, very at the very bottom. But
if they're at all,
so
yeah,
if they're at all, that's right. But let's see what else is on my list of talking points. So yeah, we've got San Diego Comic-Con happening at the moment. Now we've also got all the VeVe drop details as well. So how about we start off with a little something fun. Let's start off with the San Diego Comic-Con. Let's start off with the drop details and let's see what's going on, because some interesting price points, some juicy mint numbers, and a few chase items. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go shopping. If I can find my sound effect. This is what happened. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, Doctor, have you had a chance to look over any of the drop details for the San Diego Comic-Con or anything on that front?
Yeah, a little bit. I just took a peek at the Ant-Man drop a couple hours ago, but haven't like read it over and over and like processed anything in terms of I think will happen on the drop, or should I go for it? I just read it like for what it is. Yeah, but that was pretty much the only one. Other than that, I've just been seeing the pictures from people, meeting at airports and all over the place, and all those types of pictures. So yeah.
Okay, well, guess what? Let's jump in with that one then. So yeah, we've recently just had the drop details for the Ant-Man drop, which I believe is coming on Saturday, the 27th of July at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And let's have a look and see what we've got here. So we've got two different variants. So we have an uncommon and we've got a secret rare. So it says here, Ant-Man. So let's start with that uncommon. So Ant-Man, Scott Lang finds redemption by becoming Ant-Man, using advanced technology to shrink in size and grow in strength, proving that heroism is defined by heart and determination. This must-have digital collectible features Ant-Man in premium digital format. So we are looking at, so it's a 30 gem price point. So not bad. Edition sizes is 2,333. That is for the uncommon. And it doesn't look like there's any animation or sound or anything. These look like they're static. And it looks like we've got Ant-Man just standing tall with a little thumbs up, about ready to hit his little buzzer to go small or big. And now the secret rare. Now this is a little more juicier. So it says here, this is the Ant-Man Quantum Realm Secret Rare. So Ant-Man displayed on a Quantum Realm base. This digital collectible embodies dynamic motion, caught in mid-action with a forward-leaning posture and bent arms. Ooh, sounds dramatic. Ready to burst into movement. His clutch fists emphasize the tension and focus in his stance, while microparticles swirl around, enhancing the immersive environment. Ooh, so again, it doesn't look like there's any animation or sound or anything with this one. It just looks like it looks very, very pretty. Now, this is interesting. So it's a 30 gem price point, but there's only 98 editions of this one. And VeVe is apparently holding back 10 for promotional purposes, etc., etc. So that makes it what? 88. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sorry, it's early in the morning here. It's a bit early for math. But yes, so it sounds like we've got an 88 edition point for the secret rare. So, Doctor, what do we think about this?
I like the price and all. I think the quality is good from what I've seen of it, like video wise. I don't know if I want my characters bursting into action anymore, man. Like I don't want leaning forward and bent arms and you telling me that he's bursting into action. I want, if I'm paying money now, I want dudes literally bursting into action. Like I could only see a ball in that picture, and the whole thing is like when I actually get it, when you touch the ball, then you see him pop out, but he's real small or something got to be going on here. He can't be Ant-Man, and I'm only getting two big-ass Ant-Mans, man. Like, he's fully grown. I can't make him shrink. I can't do no Ant-Man stuff. And I don't want bursting in action, man, even for $30, man. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's very interesting because I don't even know, like, in the market what this would do. I don't even know at 23.33 that this is going to sell out. I don't even know how to size this up right now. What are you thinking?
I mean, like with the people might go for like just go for the chase character, but again, I mean, Ant-Man's cool, but it doesn't have like the level of popularity like Wolverine does or anything like that. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I don't see this. I don't foresee this selling out in the market straight away, if at all. But I mean, I like the collectible. It looks very detailed. The particles on the base for the secret rare looks very cool. But I'm with you. I think we're at the level now where we need where everyone is expecting animation or some, at the very least, some kind of sound.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I don't know about the chase element, right? That aside, if you want to like do something where it's even different prices, you could justify saying like, yo, animation is gonna cost you a little more. So maybe a common is static, and it's low mints or whatever. I don't know, but do that. Then maybe another one like a uncommon or rare is actually animated, where he goes from big to small, and then maybe the secret rare is still this. Or the secret rare is an anime. I don't know. Like, it got to be... I wouldn't make the animated one a secret rare, though, because you still want it to be, like, a nice... I think you sneak that in between them both, and that adds, like, a nice, even, like, double chase element to where you feel like, you really can't go wrong. Because I've seen the static one, and the quality is sick. Like, I like the way it looks. But so I'm imagining the secret rare is going to look crazy too. And those bubbles or whatever that is, it probably looks better than we can even imagine in these pictures. And I see where they're going with this quote unquote environmental, emphasis they're putting on things, and with these other items that we could use to decorate stuff. So I see where it's going. I know it's going to look better in the VeVe verse, and blow it up and make custom environments. I get it, but yeah, I think if they added that middle rarity or whatever, that would have really sent it over the edge. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta go for it.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I mean, I also like the particle effects as well. I mean, I can see like the Vault builders definitely doing some really cool stuff with that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think this drop should be 23.33 total.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see what the market dictates. I mean, like, well, that's why it's a 30 gem price point. I reckon, if anything, I mean, obviously, not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm 9 times out of 10, usually, like, in the market, it usually goes about half. So I'm guessing this maybe 15, maybe 20 gems tops in the market, perhaps. But who knows? Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. You might see a floor of 12 gems, and that lasts for like 5 minutes, and then it goes to settles at 15, or could settle back at retail for all we know.
Yeah. Well, if anything, it could even skyrocket. It could be 50, 60 gems, 100 gems. Who knows? I have absolutely no idea. Like I said, I'm just a guy talking into a microphone on the internet in the comfort of my living room at 4 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully, not upsetting my family upstairs.
Right. I mean, I thought you was about to break out the disclaimer already, like early in the episode or something.
I was,
right.
but
I can see your finger was on the tree. I've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saving it. I'm saving it for something a little bit later on. But
Yeah,
stay tuned.
Stay
tuned, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got the Ant-Man collectible. So we've got the details for that, and we've got a few other details as well for some of the more juicier stuff. So how about we start with what's happening today? So today we've got the Marvel Digital Comics Uncanny X-Men number 134, which is the first full appearance of the first appearance of Dark Phoenix, and I'm actually liking this comic, this comic, especially the rare and ultra rare covers, which I'll go over in just a second. So it says here, Uncanny X-Men number 134, the first appearance of Dark Phoenix. Too late, the heroes Cyclops has survived. The X-Men rotate against the Hellfire Club, this time with the power of the Phoenix on their side. But not everything is as it seems with Jean enter the Dark Phoenix. Ooh. So it says here, this release features cover art by John Bryan and Saoi. So it is a $6.99 price point, so very standard, and it's 5,000 editions. And like I was saying before, the rare and ultra rare covers I'm looking very, very nice. And this is done by Saoi, which I believe he's also the one who did the cover art for Daredevil number something, but it was the first appearance of Typhoid Mary. And I like it. It's very, very Peach Momoko-esque, and I think it will look very, very well next to the one for Typhoid Mary, and also that and also the 100,000 Peach Momoko covers we've got on the app as well. What do you think, Dokta?
Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do an episode for this one, but yeah, I'm actually liking the uncommon for this one. Shout out to the Real Uncommon podcast. But yeah, I like this uncommon, man. This one sticks out for me. Rare and ultra rare. I think you hit it on the head with that. Secret rare isn't bad either. Panopole, first appearance cover, so it's on point.
Yeah, definitely got like Dark Phoenix or Jean or whoever got here front and center on the secret rare cover. But yeah, yeah, as I said, like I don't see this. I mean, me personally, I don't think it's going to sell out straight away in the market. But yeah, it might be worth going for one or two just to try to have a crack at that ultra rare cover. But yeah, I'm liking it. And I think I might go for one in the market. What about you, Doctor? Do you reckon you might go for one in the market, or just hang back and go for one on the drop, or just hang back and see how it sits in the market?
Well, since I didn't make an episode for this comic, man, I'll just give you a brief synopsis of what I would have said.
Do it.
And that is your man, Doctor Strange, is going to be slacking on first appearance of Dark Phoenix.
Say slacking.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to go real light. I usually, a book like this, I would just grab a couple commons, uncommons. And, if you're a fan of the rare and ultra rare, you should be able to grab them at really nice prices, I would think. What was the mint run on this again? 5,000?
5,000, 5K.
Yeah, so with this not selling out, ultra rare $15, right? What do you think? Lower than that?
Ultra rare 15, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like I would say anywhere between 10 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that seems pretty sensible to me. I mean, you might get lucky and get like a really nice mint number anywhere in that price range. So I've scored that a couple of times, but yeah. I mean, I would say if you're into it, definitely go for one on the drop if that's what you choose to do. But yeah, definitely pay attention in the market because you might be able to snag yourself a juicy deal.
Yeah, people are snagging all types of juicy deals. I see it every day on Twitter. I know I've grabbed an ultra rare for 8 gems. I've seen all types of comments, man.
Nice. Yeah, I know some of the prices in the market at the moment are just ridiculous. I mean, like, yeah, like I said, I've seen ultra rares going for as low as like 7 gems, and like commons, like commons and uncommons. Some of them are like going like just shy to like a gem. It's definitely a buyer's market at the moment. It's a bit more brutal if you're trying to sell something.
Oh yeah. I sold something I didn't want to sell. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's actually my first time cashing out, so I was kind of curious, like how the process was. How many days would it take to get your payment? You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Kind of need the bread.
Yeah.
Let me experiment in the process and just see all of this, just so I know for myself. So yeah, I just went through that. But yeah, man, it's definitely brutal out here. But I'm not saying I'm a betting man, but the way, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, what I sold the item for, I could see myself having that money within the next couple of weeks anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm just evaluating it right, see, we're getting on that borderline where you might need to play it, Oz. But I'm not giving fire. I'm just saying where it looks is still trending downward. And I'm not going to say what I sold or whatever, but it's one of the more prized possession pieces on the app. And it's not a wall, but it's in that range.
Yep.
If you know what it is, you know what it is. But I still see those pieces still trending downward, possibly. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. It's like, how the game goes. It's just like stocks, anything else. One piece of news could turn anything around. But just looking at the overall climate, like worldly, macro-wise, world-wise, economy-wise, election-wise, people's pockets is tight-wise, I don't see it just trending upward out of nowhere. And we're still getting inundated with so many more items that it just doesn't have that scarcity vibe that it used to have before. Even if you're talking one item having 60K mints on it, it's still a certain, dilution that we're dealing with everything else still being tight in the real world. So I'm just betting that the item will still fall and I'll be able to buy it back cheaper, even though with fiat, then whatever. So yeah.
Definitely. And also just out of curiosity as well, because I've never actually gone through the process of cashing out on the app. Was it a smooth process? Was it smooth? Did you have any issues? Was it very, very, very straightforward? Just for anybody who hasn't done it before.
Yeah, that's kind of why I also wanted to go through it. Being a person that has a channel, not to say like I was sitting there like I'm gonna make content out of this, but just to at least have that knowledge on my side in case one of my subs or someone in the community asks, or I'm in a position like this to share it. But yeah, it was way more smoother than I thought. I mean, it was just as smooth as when I got on the app and loaded up my credit card and was ready to buy. Like it was. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I will say that was a little nerve-wracking and that I wasn't prepared for was it basically tells you once you're done that what did it say? Oh, it said that, it could take anywhere up to like 10 to 12 business days.
Oh, okay.
That I wasn't prepared for. I was thinking like maybe 3, 3 to 4 to 5, something like that, maybe even 7, but it was double that. So that's the part where I was a little thrown off, but I started, just reaching out to other people in the community that I knew for sure have cashed out before, and just took a nice little sample size of like where they were from, added those variables up. So it averaged out to like anywhere from 2 to like 3 days for most people. So for me, it ended up being like day 3, and I'm in New York.
Okay, well, so I mean that sounds quite promising. Like, that the cash out process was very smooth. It was done like in a reasonable time. So yeah, so that's good. So if anyone out there is on the fence about cashing out or wants to use it or not sure how it all works, it sounds like if you do choose to give it a go, the process is quite streamlined.
Yeah, it really is really smooth. I mean, obviously you got to go through the desktop. You don't even see the option on the phone app to withdraw. So you just go through the website and yeah, you're good. I mean, most of us that are still here KYC, so it's pretty smooth.
Very cool. So yes, it sounds like that basically covers the comic. So next in line we've got is the Marvel Wolverine brown suit. But before we get into that, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's taken the time out of your busy day to come and chill in the space with us. I know there's a lot going on at the moment, especially with San Diego Comic-Con in full swing. I can see all the cool kids in the house. I see Shadows listening there in the background. We've got the real Hinano as well. So hope you're doing well, bro. Okay, coming out with that awesome content. So you're also, if you haven't followed the Real Uncommon podcast, definitely do so. They've got some awesome stuff coming out of their channel at the moment. I see Evolved as well. Evolved's another one to pay attention to. So you've got a lot of cool stuff coming out of his channel as well. And also, if you haven't been part of his Venomized crew, definitely check it out because it's a very, very cool project. Also, Key Collector 98 there in the background as well. Hey, hope all's good with you, mate. So we'll be gearing up for that next Whatnot show because it's looking amazing from some of the stuff I've seen coming from your expos. And also as well, I saw that post you posted about getting them gains. They looking very muscly, looking very ripped, mate. Looking like you're putting the work in. So really, really good to see. Double Quills is there in the background as well. Always, if you haven't checked out the latest blog, definitely do so. Yo, Steph is there as well still. Chris Severs, Mr. Chris Severs. I do actually have you on my talking points just before I get into the Wolverine drop. But yeah, if you have not checked out the latest blog from Chris Severs and also co-collaborated with Richard Exhibition on so it says our top 10 Wolverine comics listed and available on the VeVe Digital Collectors app, and basically just goes over a list of basically their top Wolverine comics on the app, and yeah, really, really good read. And I also want to say a big thank you as well because I did know she gave Rebel Duck and myself a little shout out there where we covered Old Man Logan on Get to the Comics. So again, mate, I appreciate that, and thank you so much. And for anyone who hasn't checked it out yet, definitely give it a read. We'll see. King Nino is still with us. Giordio CVG is still with us. Darian's there in the background as well. Hey, Darian. So or should I say Jubilee or Rogue, if you haven't seen that episode of Get to the Comics. Poppy, hope you're doing well, mate. See you listening there in the background. Hope you're doing well at work. Hope you're not having to hide while you listen to this. And yeah, so again, guys, big thank you to everyone taking the time to listen in, and I guess we'll get back to it. So we've got Marvel Wolverine, the brown suit. So we've got all the drop details and everything for that. Doctor, have you had a chance to have a look at this one yet?
Not in enough detail. So, I kind of wanted to wait at that point. When I did have free time, I was like, you know what? Show is not too far from now. So let me just see what Oz says, let you go through the article and react in real time.
That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, come on a journey with me, and let's see what's going on with this Wolverine drop. So we have Wolverine, the brown suit. This is one of the more iconic suits next to the yellow one. So we've got the brown tan suit, and these are all. So there's three rarities, I believe. Yep, 3 rarities, and it looks like they are all animated with sound. So that's very, very cool. So what we were saying before about with the Ant-Man not being animated. So this is very good to see. So it says. So let's start with so we have an uncommon. we've got a rare, we've got a ultra rare and a secret rare chase variant. So our uncommon. So it says Wolverine battle ready. This premium digital collectible features Wolverine in his iconic 80s brown gold suit from Uncanny X-Men 139. The Wolverine brown suit digital collectible showcases his subtle breathing animations and occasional twitches, reflecting Wolverine's readiness for action with interactive claws extensions available in AR on the VeVe app. This Wolverine is both dynamic and true to his fierce nature. Ooh, I'm loving these little descriptive write-ups, about what kind of animation it does or what he does. That's very cool and nice little addition to it. So we're looking at a 40 gem price point for all of them, and it looks like a blind box as well. So uncommon it's 1,980 editions, and that's our uncommon. Also, bear in mind, guys, this does not have the FA tag, and that belongs to the yellow suit Wolverine. So moving down here. Okay, so our ultra rare is called Wolverine the Rage Unleashed, and looks like he's all crouched down with his claws ready to do some slicing, doing what he does best. So this is our ultra rare and is 550 editions. So scarcity, not bad. And then, of course, we've got our last one, which is a Wolverine Primal Strike. So it looks like he's got the claws by his side, ready to get in there and do some hacking and slashing. And that is our secret rare, which is 150 editions. And yeah, all the usual jazz about MCP and blind box. So 3 rarities, 40 gems, and we've got one very rare 150 edition chase at the back. So, Doctor, what are we thinking, and how do we feel about this?
Man, I don't know how this show turned into this, but I guess I'll give my thoughts, right? It's good that we bounce this, off of each other, though. And it's not just on me, because I don't know, I'm very, I don't want to say critical, but I guess I should be critical, right? We should be at this point, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hear it.
So I've heard rumblings that people believe that this is modeled on top of the yellow and blue suit that we have, similar to what happened with Hulk. I don't get that vibe when I look at these images. I feel like this is the house, but it could be. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little standoffish from the aspect of I guess they have the animation. I mean, the video of the animation floating around, but it's not really, because when they showed it, I was under the impression that we were getting one Wolverine. But then after that, the drop info came out, and now I'm seeing 3 Wolverines, and all I saw in the video was him just breathing and the claws come out. So I don't even know now which collectible that belongs to. I think that me knowing what these do and move and look like would influence me or not for going for this drop. The mint count seemed cool. The first edition for public sale number I like, 21. That's dope.
Yep.
VeVe is withholding 30 editions, so we could, I guess, average that out to 10.
Yep.
In each rarity, right? So yep. I don't know. I mean, it looks like a dope quality collectible. I don't like having this many Wolverines running around, not numerically, but just 3 different poses and doing 3. Give me one Wolverine that I could tap once and he does the common one. Then I tap his chest twice and he does the other one. Tap his chest 3 times and it does, once you gave me Iron Man, I'm spoiled now. I'm sorry.
That's it. You set the standard.
That's it. You did it. I didn't do it. I might have asked for it, but you did it. And now that I got it and I bought it and I'm playing with it, you can't give me this. I can't do this no more. I thought we was over multiples of the same character. It's not. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm confused. So Sophie feels me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, man. It's 1 minute we're moving ahead and the next minute we take a step back. But then it's not really a step back. It's is it a step back? I'm questioning. It's I have to see how it turns out. But like I said, I'm questioning what success even is on a drop nowadays. I don't even know what success means, bro. I know selling out is, but like selling out isn't the norm anymore. So now I'm reevaluating what I view success in the drop to be. Does it even matter? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What do I know? I don't know.
Yeah, right. So you're more like inclined to have like just like the one Wolverine, but just have it like as like instead of 3 different separate statues, just have it like as 3 different poses that you can like click on, like as you said, like with the Iron Man.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm waiting on even getting multiple Sentinels. I know we ain't go there yet, but even that, like if I'm getting 2 different Sentinels in one drop, they got to look drastically different from each other, and I don't know them to really look too drastically different from each other, like the comic book one versus the movie one. But as far as in the comic, they pretty much stay the same. You know, like of course once you get ultra modern and stuff like that, they're gonna, you know. But yeah, even that, like I see those Sentinels and I don't feel like X-Men 97 vibes. Let me hold that back for the Sentinel conversation though. But yeah, that's it. I think we got yeah, you got a man. Chris Severs in the house, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, up to the stage, Mr. Chris Severs. Chris, how are you, mate?
Alex, good. Doc, how are you?
Good, my brother. What's going on?
Okay, we were just doing a little late family dinner there, so I'm a little tardy.
Nice.
Better late than never. Hey, there we
go. All good.
You late.
All good. What?
Yeah, I was.
What was
just listening to those comments by Doc? I agree. Like, I was surprised. To be honest, I thought we would get one and possibly around the same edition size as the first Wolverine for anyone that pairs their collectibles and their mints. If I'm not mistaken, is it like about 500 or 1,000 fewer of the brown suits than the blue and yellow, but there was only one variant. So you won't have them all matched. And then my question is, does this become similar to what we had with the Hulk drops, right? Where you had 4 different variants. You got the 5th as the secret rare airdrop. And then all of a sudden you were able to start mixing and matching. But I don't know, because like historically, I mean, the blue and yellow suit and then the brown suit, these are the 2 big Wolverine suits.
Yep.
Right. You've got some street clothing wear. You've got a couple of other looks. Like you could maybe have the was it Fortnite? There's a video game I think just dropped, Logan. That's very lifelike. There's a statue that's been created in the physical realm that it's Hugh Jackman, right? You can't deny it. So it's possible we could see something like that. But on the iconic side, these are the ones, and I don't know what's going to happen. Like when I'm listening to your points, it'll be interesting because they are sort of 3 very. I would have loved to see that. Tap, click a few times, and then you get the alternative pose.
Yep.
Man, that would have been cool. But hard to say. But for me being such a this is my guy. So I want to mint one just to say that I've got a Genesis edition.
Yep.
And I still have that in the back of my mind years from now. Mint numbers will always matter, but it could matter just as much that you've never sold an asset that you created on the blockchain. So will that be an issue? I don't know. But boy, in this case, with he being my favorite guy, I'm super hoping I get a secret rare, and then I'll just go and complete the set. But it's hard too, because I got to think like some of these other pieces that are dropping. And talking about it later, but like the Ant-Man looks great.
Yep.
And I agree. The Sentinels, they are the Marvel equivalent of the Star Wars Stormtrooper.
Yep.
They're basically unlimited. They have terrible aim. They go down easy. Right? It's like they have no armor, even though they're wearing it. But there's armies of them, and you could see. I don't know if we're going to see the same. Everybody trying to get to 1,000 Sentinels like they did with Stormtroopers. I just think Star Wars, maybe it's a little bigger overall in terms of that, but I don't know. But to me, the costume is great, but boy, we're getting a lot of Wolverine stuff lately. So it's all aligned, I think, with Deadpool 3.
Mm.
And then for those
Yep.
that haven't seen, it looks like Marvel Studios is about to release in a year or so. There's going to be a Hulk Wolverine, either a movie or a series. I can't remember what it said.
Ooh.
But it's coming.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
so
I'm shocked we're not getting another Deadpool right now. Like,
yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
yeah, give me an X-Force, white, gray,
That's it.
red eyes. Like, you could be doing a lot right now. Like, I would be doing a drop with both characters in the drop. That would make me go for the drop to where I'm like, oh, I'm either gonna get a Wolverine. Give me 3 Wolverines and 1 Deadpool as a secret rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even a battle statue.
That too, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. All I could tell y'all is I put my application in when they was hiring, man. That's all your boy could do. That's all I could do for y'all, man. I put it in. You know what I'm saying? Multiple positions
the other side
too.
of it too, though.
Yeah, I was
spent
applying
a
for
lot
stuff
of
I ain't had no
days-
certificates for, never did it before, but I'm like, I think, hey, just train me, man. Train me up. I got you from there. I'm creative, bro. I'll figure the rest out. You know, but
Nice.
yeah, I agree, Chris. I agree on all points, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just saying too. I spent a lot on those 180-181s on the comic side, which I mean, generally speaking, if I'm looking at my weighted average, I'm 70-30 comics to collectibles for sure. Because I'm always of the mind that the comic is the FA. That's where the characters originated.
Yep.
I would rather stack that. But in this case, he's Wolvie's my man. Like Wolvie's my, when I say that right, he's my favorite. Mutant Daredevil being the favorite street level hero.
You know what my problem is, man? You know what my problem is even if I want to collect everything, I don't like the notion of having 4 Wolverines, right? 1 yellow and 3 blue in my showroom representing, like, I don't know, it just feels weird, bro. It's like, I don't know. It would be like in the Hulk drop, them picking the second Hulk, like World War Hulk, and be like, you know what? We're going to make you have to collect 3 of these.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like to collect this whole set, now I'm buying 3 Wolverines in the brown suit, but 1 in the yellow. No telling if we get Old Man Logan, freaking Weapon X, if we're getting, I don't know what we're getting. So it's like
X-Force.
Get black one.
Yeah,
maybe the adamantium out costume.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
but that would be a cool effect, right? Click the button and his adamantium encases him or something like that, right?
Or going back to your blog article, like with I can't remember the name of it now, but it's one where Magneto rips the adamantium from his body. Like, wouldn't that be cool if you had like a it and then all
X-Men 25? That would be. Oh man, that'd be so iconic to see something like that.
Yeah,
that's where you take the concept of the exclusive rare cover art, or ultra rare, which is exclusive to VeVe.
Yep.
And then create a moment like that is exclusive to VeVe.
Yeah.
Because even if it was static, I would buy the statue representation just like it is on the cover, but in 3D. Let me just see that from all angles.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Can you imagine that? Like, you click on the collectible and all of a sudden just the adamantium just comes ripping out of his skin.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
If they do that, it's over. But it's
Yeah.
So
funny too, because I got to agree. Like, I mean, I have a few of the golden moment Iron Mans just because I think it's so iconic and it's the FA, right? But when I'm playing around with the app, it's the audio animated, the golden red.
Yeah,
man, it's fantastic, right? And I would think like Wolverine, and you get something like that going. Boy, oh boy, you'd have a competition, which is the best one, right? Like I look at the that Spider Gwen, the pink and black, just a beautiful, beautiful piece. The symbiote on the lamp, just like so nicely designed, right? And these are only going to get better as we go through time. But that becomes, I think, to your point again, Doc, like how many things are on the app. You have to start getting really smart about what you're going after. right? If you're collecting it because you just love Wolverines, then yeah, buy them all up, right? But if down the road there's any hint of speculation, we always say NFA, right? But you're gonna consider maybe a sale on these down the road or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna have to start. Everyone's gonna have to just like, what are those key pieces? What are the grails? What are the most important mint numbers? What are the poses?
Yeah.
Like you're really gonna start like grinding down like you would grind down any collectible outside of
or collection.
Right? Right. Investment speculation and collecting, right? It's all part of it, but it's kind of why too. And if you think a little bit further out, I think was it Sleeping Comics made the comment about, we're getting close to the point where there's not going to be a lot of these really significant FAs on the characters of the comics. They're going to eventually. There's only so many.
Yep.
Right. I love the thing like the new comics, the partners, the addictions and all that kind of stuff, where they've got these brand new things coming, because that's so cool, it's so exciting, and you're getting in ground level ownership on brand new FAs that have tremendous punch behind them, right? Like some of the companies that are putting these things together, like Viz Comics and all that kind of stuff, like enormous, right? But again, right, some of the comics I bought when I was 14, 15 years old, it took them 30, 35 something years to appreciate. Right? So thankfully I kept them all. But I lost some along the way. But I don't know. But that's where I always say my collecting horizon is so long. And I look at these things, and it's not always easy for us because we don't necessarily know what the exact roadmap is. And, maybe VeVe doesn't to the full extent either. It's like every couple of months, some new technology comes up, some new capability. So these things are going to evolve as fast as we are along with it. But hard to say, right? Like, Josh isn't here, I don't think, right? But he talks a lot about the VeVe-verse and, how are these things integrating? And he's a pretty big gamer and he gets that side of it. I think he can see it from a different angle. Those people that have been in the beta and maybe have seen these things in action, like I'm looking at it on the screen right now as a 2D image, and it's like, well, it looks okay, but I assume it's going to look pretty cool when it's in the app. And then how much improved is that going to be when you're in these 3D realms where you're not restricted by the quality of your iPhone, right? So I don't know. That's where I have the fun with it, but it does get sometimes hard. A few years we've been in it, and it is growing, and it's growing fast. But sometimes I think too, right? Like, how could this drop have been even better if they maybe didn't do 3 variants? They did 1 or 2, but hard to say.
Yeah, we just have to stay tuned and find out. But how about we go over to something a little bit more fun? Let's talk the stormtroopers of the X-Men universe. Let's talk stormtroopers. So, but before we do that, just for anybody who's is interested, I did actually bring up the just for a comparison. So the Wolverine blue and yellow was actually a 50 gem price point, and it was 3,181 editions. So so again, it was 10 gems higher than what we're dealing with now, and what's another couple of thousand editions higher. But the brown one that is dropping on Friday, the 26th of July. So you still got time to get your information in and get what you need to know about it. But yeah, let's move on to something a little bit more fun, a little bit more. We got the Sentinels dropping. So Marvel Sentinels. So we've got 2 of these. Hang on, let me just close this window here. Go back to that sec. Okay, so yeah, I'm interested to see if Hinano pipes up here, because I know he's very excited about these. So we have the Marvel Sentinels. So we've got two variants, both animated with sound, and it says here, so it says the Sentinels. The Sentinels, towering robotic giants created by Dr. Bolivar Trask to hunt and eliminate mutants, embody humanity's fear of the unknown, posing a relentless threat that drives the X-Men to fight for their survival and coexistence. Ooh, dramatic. So we have it's a 15 gem price point, so very good. We have our common, and we've also got a secret rare. So the common is 7,500 editions. So we've got plenty to make armies with. And this is more of a like a blue and purple Sentinel. Very cool. Now this one is a little more exciting. So this is our secret rare, and this is the more traditional purple Sentinel that you've seen, like in Night in the Sentinels, for example, like a more comic book accurate. I'll go with that. So it is a secret rare, and it is a 225 editions, and that's a 15 gem. So very, very juicy. And of course, VeVe is keeping back 30 editions across all rarities. So what's that? 20, 15. So what? That's I guess 15 across both rarities. So yeah, I'm liking the sound of it. I'm liking the price point, liking the additions. What do we think, and how do we feel? Let's start with Dokta. What do you reckon?
I think the drop size is good. The price is good. I just don't get like nostalgic Sentinel vibes from what I'm looking at from either model here. And I mean, the purple one is the closest, but like, I don't know if I'm bugging out, but do we have brand wise, do we have X-Men and also X-Men 97 on the app? And I think the X-Men 97s are what the Magneto, Professor X, and the Wolverine, maybe. I'm not sure. And then like Juggernaut, I think falls into the regular X-Men one. I don't know. I don't remember, but I just don't feel this Sentinel is like X-Men 97 Sentinel. Okay. And from a lot of this almost feels like how Voltron felt like, but even Voltron, I knew where they got it from. It's just that I don't know where they got these versions from. That's bothering me a little. But other than that, I like the drop, I think it's good.
Cool.
And I think that we need to see the animation to really like get hyped for it, because it could be something crazy, for all we know, and just but would it sell out? I don't think so necessarily, even at 15 gems. It's just so much going on for the weekend. You got possible secret comic drops that could happen, may not happen. So it's like, I think out of just the majority of people left on the app, I think everyone is just very cautious with their money right now at this stage. So I don't see anyone blacking out day one and going crazy on just Sentinels, knowing like there's all types of stuff going on before and after that, and not knowing what else could possibly pop up. So,
yeah, all very, very valid points. What about you, Chris? So, what are your thoughts?
It does look more like the X-Men 97 that you would find like on Hasbro's website, or if you look up on Amazon. It's the purple with the thing in the chest, the Tony Stark thingy. But these ones look like they've kind of been through the ringer a little bit. They're all ripped up, and you're seeing some of the cabling and the pieces underneath them. So maybe that's so you compare them with a Wolverine. It looks like he's being shredded or something like that. Yeah. Maybe that's the design. But yeah, the kind of light blue and pink is a little bit more unique. Definitely the secret rare is the more popular one that you would be familiar with. Still good. I mean, 7,500 commons. Is it $15? I think
that's right. Yeah,
it's one of those things where like the packaged toy I think sells for 22, if somewhere in that range, $22.
Okay,
so it's priced similar to what you would see in a toy store, which I find is interesting. But in the toy store, you also don't get that. If we're calling this a chaser with only the whatever it is, 225, I think, editions.
That's right. Yep.
So there's definitely a $15 chance at one of those. That's a pretty good deal. And then, for me, I'd probably grab a couple of mints. But these are the pieces that, being an X-Men fan, I tend to like, and I try and grab them as I can. But it is true. Like there's so much coming out right now. It's a lot of really good stuff. And when you come off a book like 181, and boy, I'm waiting for capitulation. Like, people start dropping the prices on the 180, for instance, right? I'm trying to save resources to grab some more of those. Like, if there's only a few titles in VeVe on the secret rare and whatnot that I just really want to make sure I'm putting into the vault, because they're such iconic pieces, right? Like that last panel of Wolverine in 180, as I mentioned that in that blog, right? I mean, that thing sold for $650,000 like back in 2014, right? And so those are the types of things I got to challenge myself with. So I hear you all the time, Doctor. It's like, I'm going to need another couple hundred gems to go after another one of those to put it in the vault. But, I also want the first, the black symbiote Spidey and all these other pieces. I've got 2 of the 3 on the, the Fantastic Four with the Galactus series, right? I'm missing one, and it's funny how it bugs you. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, so every time if I'm going to go and try and complete this Wolverine set, right, I know that's going to come at the expense of having to get a piece that I also really want. And so I am being extremely focused and a lot more cautious than just going out and grabbing everything I can. I'm really specific on, right, the mint numbers now. Certain pieces, like, I didn't care. $20 for a Hulk 181 on drop to mint one, yeah, all day long, right?
Yeah.
But then, I might only buy 4 or 5 of the key mints because they're half off in the market, and then I got to kind of cap it a little bit and then wait, because I tend to find it, to your point earlier, if you're smart about it, and if you want a Genesis, great. Right. I still think, like I said, long term, it's going to matter somehow. But the market is so different right now. The old days of winning a drop and immediate flips for 10x, 100x games, they're not quite as there, even though the edition numbers have come way down. But you're also talking about now having thousands of pieces in the app to choose from. So I think that's having a larger impact than we probably thought about earlier. Definitely market dynamics are crazy. Throw it out there, right? US just approved 5 spot Ethereum ETFs.
Yep.
Right? People are going to be putting money into that. That's got to come from somewhere. Right? And so all of these things that are going on, it's impactful. I don't necessarily tend to worry if a piece sells out on drop anymore. It used to be an issue, but I don't think it is to the extent that we need to worry about it. Like, I see some people make posts like, "Oh, there you go, right? Didn't drop out, didn't sell out. The drop was, too expensive, too many, whatever that is." But at the meantime, might have been a $25 drop, and then I'd been saving up for a month or so, and I go and spend $200 on another asset. Right?
Yeah.
Who benefited VeVe more? 10x on that one piece I bought versus maybe getting a 1 or 2x on me on the drop. And so things like that, like I say, it doesn't scare me too much on that side of it, but I do agree, like, you just have to temper. It's an emotional app, right? Because these are very nostalgic pieces. We're very connected to a lot of them, and that's the tug that you have to be cautious about, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're fun. At the end of the day, it'd be interesting to see what the animation are on these Sentinels. Like, are they going to have like an Iron Man blast coming out of their hands or something like that? Like, I can see some of the Vault creators. This will be pretty cool stuff to watch. Right? Was it VeVe Vault and Greyhound Groot? I mentioned them in the blog, right? Like, some of the stuff that they're putting out. That Hulk and Wolverine battle thing that I think the Vault Master put out.
Yep, that's right.
It's had like 150,000 views.
I know. It's like, wow.
That's massive. Right? Kudos. Congratulations. Man. I love seeing that, right? It's so fun. And I think even like non-VeVe people are seeing that, and it's like, wow, what is this? That's really cool how he did that. How did he do that? Why did he do that? So again, that to me, when you put these little historic pieces out, at the end of the day, right, it's fun first, right? These are fun pieces. It's just, it might not be able to have all of them or everything that we want, right?
That's right. You just might have to delay that fun that fun for a little while while you get some more funds.
Yeah, keeps you hoping.
Exactly. But actually, tell you what, guys, this is a good time to do this.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Now, normally, this is the part of the show where I do our is not financial advice. And of course, everything we do say on this channel is not financial advice. Do what you will with your money and all that fun stuff. And also, if you will, I also like to throw in there, buy yourself a decent air fryer because it will change your cooking experience for the rest of your life. But this time, I have actually another special announcement. And this is actually quite special because it has just gone 5 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, which means it's gone. Now, Doctor, correct me if I'm wrong here. It's just gone past midnight your time?
It has. It is officially 12:01 on the East Coast.
Excellent. Which concludes that it is now officially Doctor's birthday. So, hey. So I want to say happy birthday, Doctor. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a happy birthday sound because Upbeat is kind of horrible for that. But I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Doctor.
Happy birthday to
you. Woo!
Woo! Now that one I do have. So that one.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Oz. Thank you, everyone. Sending me the emojis. Appreciate you guys, man.
Well, what an iconic day. We go from O'Malley's 1000th stream, and now I'm on a birthday stream.
Yep, absolutely.
This is awesome.
That was also on my list of talking points as well. I want to give Amelia a big shout out as well, as that he's just hit his 1,000 space. That happened a few hours ago my time, because I think that happened 2 o'clock in the morning my time. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there. But again, big congratulations to Amelia for hitting that. That is an absolute wow milestone. And just also as well, if you're feeling inclined to do so, I believe Amelia, myself, and Dokta also have links to buy me a coffee. So if there's something you would like to do, those links are available to you. So yeah, again, congratulations, Amelia, for your 1,000 space. If you're listening back on this in the replay, and of course, again, Doctor, congratulations to you. Happy birthday! You made it to another one.
Right, that's right. Thank you, man. One more down, another one to go, man.
That's it, mate. Go keep it going. Keep it going strong. Yeah. So you do
hit your 20s now. Here we go.
That's it, mate. Forever 21. Excellent. Do you have any plans for your birthday?
Nah, man. I don't have any plans, man. You know, we'll see what happens. Maybe the VeVe fan will bless me, and I'll be able to make some plans. Who knows? You know?
We'll have to see. Very cool. So yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in this monumental occasion. Not only are we going over the San Diego comic drops, but we also get to wish Doctor Strange a happy birthday in real time. So awesome. Now, another one I want to go over is just because I can see Mondo listening there in the background. Mondo, thank you very much for taking the time to listen in. I want to go over the addiction drop real quick because that's got some interesting burn mechanics to it. But let me just find my article real quick. Hopefully, Mondo's working on that Alien or Predator comic that we were talking about a few episodes back, because that would be awesome. Because if you haven't seen some of the content coming from his X page, actually some of those really good write-ups about comic books and comic book history and that as well, also really, really good read. So yeah, Mondo, keep them coming. Right. Okay. So I've got the article here for The Addiction. It says The Addiction #2 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So it says The Addiction #2 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive crafting event for The Addiction number 1 or 2 holders. Burn any 3 of your existing The Edition 1 or 2 comics to unlock an exclusive Edition number 2 comic featuring cover art by Ryan Brown, and it's created just for San Diego Comic-Con 2024. But that's not all. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, there's more. So hold on. Be among the first to craft a Ryan Brown exclusive frame artwork by burning any 2 of your existing The Edition 1 or 2 secret rare covers. There's only 35 editions available. It's first come, first served. So, ooh, sounds juicy. So, just to start with the ultra rare. So the ultra rare. Funny enough, I look at this cover now, and all I can call this now is the Clarissa variant. But it's so yeah. So basically, because I had to get a little bit of clarity from Vincent as well about this. So you can basically take 3 of your comic books, and it's any rarity of the Edition 1 or 2. So it could be a common, an uncommon, rare, ultra rare, whatever you decide you want to burn. You'll take 3 of those comics, any combination. So you can do like a common of number 1 or a common and uncommon number 1 and 2. So long as it's 3, you can craft that and get the ultra rare Clarissa variant, which has a total of 666 editions, with a first of public edition being number 41. And then also on top of that, now this one is also a lot more straightforward, is that you can take 2 of your secret rare covers, either from the Edition 1 or 2, and you can use that to craft the framed Clarissa variant or Ryan Brown artwork. And there are 35 editions of that one. And that is beginning on Sunday, the 28th of July at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, I think this is very cool. And also bigger congratulations to the Addiction as well. I believe either Addiction Comics number 2, I think has hit, or number 1, or even both, has hit the local comic book shops now. Definitely Vincent putting in the hard work, getting the word out there. And really, really cool stuff coming from the Addiction. So what do we think, guys? How about Chris? How about we start with you this time?
That ultra rare cover, the craft one, like just stunning.
That's good.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's such a nice cover. I don't know. It's just really, really well done. Just the pill, the storyline. If you've been reading it, right, what it's all about. I really like that one. I don't have any secret rares, so
no, me neither.
I wasn't fortunate enough to grab them, so I couldn't keep crafting it. But again, from a participatory, is that a legit word?
I'll take it.
Yeah, great way for engagement on these things, right? I mean, that's one of the things that I try to write about for those that don't know on these Go Collect blogs. It's really bringing this stuff together. Right, you can have your physical comic, you can have your digital comic, and they both fit in the same room. One isn't or shouldn't be trying to crowd the other out.
Mm-hmm.
It should be, how do you blend these things? How do you interact and engage with both? And I think these things are just really great for hooking in physical collectors, showing them how exciting the digital aspects are and some of the benefits that you can be involved in by owning the digital. Like, what would you do? Take 2 of your physical books and light them in a dumpster, and then the comic shop says, "Okay, here you go." It's like you wouldn't really see stuff like that happening, right? And so here now, it's like, but these are great, fun interactions. I mean, it's like a big toy game that we're all playing, right? And I see stuff like that, and I think, man, that's really fun. That's a really good way to do some promotion.
Definitely, and it also opens the door, to other things as well, because we've talked about it in previous episodes about them crafting certain, say if you burn X amount of commons, they'll give you, or X amount of whatever rarity, and then that puts you can get you an exclusive variant cover or something, or you can craft all, say if you're doing a series Spider-Man's Torment series or Kraven's Last Hunt or something like that, you can take all your comic books, craft them together, and then that makes an omnibus or some other exclusive cover art or something like that. So this is definitely a step in the right direction, and it's just fun.
Yeah, I think it's super fun. It's such a good point. I think the capabilities. I think, and I don't know, you'd have to ask Vincent or whoever else on the newer comic side if this is possible. Like, does Marvel, for instance, just throwing this out there, because I don't know, just so everybody knows, I have no inside knowledge, but how do they feel knowing that their digital products are being burnt or removed from the ecosystem? Because at the end of the day, as long as people are willing to throw their items in the marketplace for whatever price you decide, I don't want to get into that, right? But for whatever reason, Marvel still gets their percentage out of that. And so if they are burning comics and reducing the total supply, does that matter? Or is the thinking, well, as supply is burnt and reduced, then demand increases, the chance that you're going to sell that book for a lower amount in the market is probably reduced. And so your percentage is flat, but your net gain is higher. Right? So the math, I always try and figure out what's the strategy, what's the game here. But I think it's ultimately probably up to the publisher, the licensor, to say, yes, we're willing to do this. This is why we think it will have that net benefit. And sure, burn away. Especially for stuff that I have no qualms. Things that don't sell out in the store, right? It's exciting when every once in a while we get those emails from VeVe and it's like, okay, here's the 10 books that we're burning what's left. Boom.
There's like, wait, what?
Immediate response in the market, right? Prices go up 20%. Everybody tries to scoop them up, and then you sit back and you wait, right? But I don't know. And end of the day, I just love the stuff that the interactive capabilities are. I think they're fun.
Definitely. What about you, Doctor? Any thoughts on the subject?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the whole zero list price when I look at, any article and I see that number. So that's always nice. My first thought that came to mind was like, it's a way to give back to the community. I don't know what the overhead is to produce these things. I would think it's a lot less than printing paper, right? But so no skin off their back, right? And I think that these are just good ways in general to add some sort of motion and excitement. Not necessarily excitement, I guess just price action and movement in the secondary market to where, because once you drop something, especially if it does sell out, it's like, unless there's a reason for the book to have activity in our market, those secondary sales pretty much slow down a couple hours after we're dropped. So to me, this is a good way to like reinvigorate activity under any potential item just by presenting a zero craft event. You see what I'm saying? Because you'll make those money for the transaction. So I think it's smart because it's like we get something and then, especially if you already own what's required, right? You're getting something, but then people in the market, if like Chris was alluding to, like if the floor right now is less than retail on these books, then just based off just what's even listed now, not even a bunch of people running to list their own stuff that they already have, but just the floor there. Like if people are interested enough in receiving a quote unquote free item, which at that point it isn't free anymore because now you're paying $3.29 or whatever the floor is for a comment, and then okay, I need 2 to 3 comments, and now you add that. So whatever that is, I think that would be the potential floor for these items. Maybe, you know what I mean? Whatever it at. So I don't know. Once I start doing all these types of numbers in my head, like it's 12 o'clock. I can't do it right now. But,
yeah.
You guys get the point of what I'm saying. Again, overall, it's a positive thing. Oh, and the artwork, I just love this. The art, just where it makes my mind go.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It looks simple, but it's really a lot going on. Like it's more of a mental image than aesthetic. And I like stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of stuff Mondo's been posting has been looking crazy, man. Yeah, that Gwen. I hope he gets your Predator. Yeah. I know we got Alien on the app, and all that did was just make me want Predator. I forgot who it was. It might have been VeVe or Master, somebody else, but they put like a video out there, and they had like a AR version of a Predator with the Alien we got. So that was dope. And it's just, it's like me being hungry and somebody's over here cooking a steak. My neighbor, it's like my mouth is just watering. Man. You guys, crazy.
Actually, just before I forget as well, I forgot to mention it is if you do decide you want to go into the crafting of the addiction comic, it does also say here that store and market purchases are eligible. So you can either pick this up in the store or on the market. You will be eligible to craft.
Oh, that's cool.
Real quick too. Quick question.
Yeah,
the search bar when it comes to like in the app, right? I just went in my collection under comics, and I was like, oh, let me see, what rarities of the addiction I have. I wasn't sure if I had a secret rare. Wasn't sure what was going on, right, with that. But I know I have like a decent amount, between addiction 1 and 2, and I don't know what rarities. Mm-hmm. So I noticed a search bar at the top. That hasn't always been there, right? I'm not like going crazy, right?
The search bar?
Because I was able, it's literally on the app. I just was in there and I put the addiction in and it showed me all my rarities.
Well, let me have a look. So, like I said, I'm just looking off the web app now because I'm doing this from my laptop. But let me just jump over to my phone and I'll have a look right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got that coming. So did I say when that was happening? I think I might have done. Where's it gone? So that is, I think I did. Yeah. So I said it's happening on Sunday, the 28th of July, and that's at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let me have a look here. So I'm over here on my phone. So you're saying go to collection, and so if I go to my comics, and what you're talking about the search bar at the very top.
Yeah, at the very top. Has that always been there or no?
I believe that has always been there, but maybe they've refined it a little bit.
Okay.
Because they did have an update not long ago, I believe.
Yeah, they did. All right. So that's the problem. Still is I think it needs to be like that in the marketplace area. That was the problem, right? I knew we had one, but I always get confused. Yeah, they need that same exact search bar, but in the market.
Yeah. Well, if anything, I mean, I'm sure it's on their list of things to do, but they really need to sort of revamp the app altogether. Like, because we've had the same app for how long now, with little updates here and there. But I mean, like I said, like they've got the website, they've got the 2.0 in the works, so maybe that will filter into the app once they get all that up and running. But yeah, a nice lick of paint wouldn't go astray.
Mm-hmm.
So that's happening there on that front. So I'm just trying to move this along a bit because I just realized I'm getting towards the last 35, 40 minutes of the show. So let's see what else we got here. So another exciting one as well is we've got a whole new comic altogether. We've got one from 24/7 Comics, which is the ones behind what's it, Evermind, the one that dropped a little while ago. Also, as well, before I forget as well, if anyone listening out there in the background wants to come up at any point during the show and wants to chime in on the conversation, say hi, you're more than welcome to do so. This is we like to say a nice safe space for collectors. And if you want to share, tell us a little bit about your collecting journey. If you want to just write something in the comments as well, feel free to do so. That's what these spaces are all about: collecting, connecting with others, and just enjoying our passion of collecting, whether that be physical, digital, Marvel, DC, Star Wars. So we're all as long as you like to fan out, nerd out, whatever you want to call it, we're all for it. So right, so we've got 24/7 Comics. So we've got Zero Ghost #1. So I'm liking the comic. I liking the covers. Look very, very cool. So it says Zero Ghost #1. It says that Kara Kane is out for revenge, even if it costs her soul. Literally for centuries, the five families have operated in the shadows, using hidden magic and sudden violence to dominate the criminal underworld. Kira is the heir to the Kane family, the strongest of them all. So it says, by her 18th birthday, unknown enemies slaughtered the Kane family, intending to use Kira as a sacrifice to attune unlimited power, because they always do. That's how it always goes. What they didn't anticipate was Kira breaking free, leading to her being accidentally bonded to an angel of death. Oh, okay. Named Shikri. Or call her Shukri. With Shukri, she has the power to enact bloody vengeance on the people who betrayed her family. But every use of her power burns away part of her very soul. Can she find the truth of her revenge before Shukri destroys her entirely? Ooh, it's very interesting premise there. So it looks like I believe this one is kind of like in a world where magic exists and it's got a very sort of supernatural element to it. And yeah, sounds very, very cool. So again, we've got 2, 4. We've got our five rarities. We've got our commons, uncommons, rare, ultra rare covers, all done by various different artists. Which, if you want a little more information, you can check it out on the blog article. But it is a $6.99 price point, and there are 2,000 editions, so quite low. And first public edition is 149. So yeah, has anyone had a chance to look at the article, the comic? Does anyone know anything about it? Because before I heard about it, I knew absolutely nothing about this, but I'm intrigued. What about Dokta? Let's start with you. What do you think of it? Oh, you there, Dokta?
Yeah, I'm here. Got stuck inside the blog article, but
that's all good. All good.
You know, yeah, I'm analyzing the stuff. I'm getting familiar with it right now on the fly. Really like that secret rare. It's a crazy concept. That rare is dope too. The ultra rare, I don't know what's going on. It's a little bit too much. Yeah, dope cover. Not familiar with any of this, but
no, me neither.
That's the beauty of VeVe, right? Get us exposed to different things and all of that. So, I like the drop. It's nice and low. I just don't know how many people are into this book. I'm assuming a fair amount because VeVe doesn't really bring stuff over that doesn't have a fan base or something. So, I'm going to check it out. That's for sure. I'll see what they do in the market. I probably won't go for the drop on it. It just depends on what's going on. But yeah, I think it's cool. It's the first of its kind, I guess. So
yep, that's true.
I like that element going on. What does it say here? To claim the physical. So yeah, that physical aspect that goes along with this, that's kind of hot too. I like that. At Comic-Con and everything. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you got to go to booth 1630 between 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 27th to claim a Zero Ghost #1 physical comic and get it signed in person by artist Brian Chang.
That's cool.
And then they also have more signatures 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Sunday, July 28th by cover artist Mannix Abrera.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, what about you, Chris? Any thoughts on the comic?
Yeah, as you were reading out the description of the story, I was thinking it was like a heavy duty start to a drastic Disney movie.
Yeah.
Someone's parent has to die first.
Yeah, and just like there's a sacrifice, isn't there? Well, the sacrifice goes wrong, and then either somebody dies or something happens. Oh, okay, now we're bound to an angel. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's neat the 2000 editions. I think some of the con releases previous years were only 1,000, right? Like that, like the Fantastic Four with the Marvel Mighties on the cover. The Venom, what was that? Venom #3 or whatever that was. It was only 1,000 editions. So now there's 2,000, but you have an access to the writers to get the signatures, which I think that's happened with the Addiction last year too, right? So maybe they're building on that momentum, that excitement, being there, getting them signed. I don't know if it's on your talking list or if you did already, but the physical rare, ultra rare variants that VeVe's doing, right? Get them signed, get them slabbed and graded right there. Like super cool integrations that all these things are doing. And so I agree with Doctor a little bit. I don't know, the ultra rare is like, oh boy, It's a lot of gore, so that wouldn't show its face in my house.
No, yeah.
Kids out, right?
It does look quite brutal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty adult rated, but that said, so's Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm liking the rare though. The rare looks kind of cool. Very
I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah, very sort of like a childish or maybe like Scotty Youngish kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm. You know, like all these first issues, right? I'm gonna pick one up anyways, just because I'm gonna want to read the story and get an idea. Like the covers are always great, but sometimes there's some pretty hidden gem artwork on the inside too, right? So I always like to see what's going on in there. And
yeah, like Ultraman was very impressive. The guts. I mean, that cover is deceptive. You would have no idea that artwork and that style and that level of craftsmanship was going on inside the book. So you're definitely right.
Yeah, that's a big one too, right? A couple hundred pages. You got to put some time into that one.
Yeah, man. In my video, I actually pulled it up on eBay, and I saw like when you actually see the books stacked up, like you realize it's not a comic, like for real. It's a real book, and when you see all of them like sitting on a desk, you really realize how much space just one set even takes up. And to me, it actually like added more value in having the digital version. You know,
so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so there's that one dropping. So did I say when that's dropping? So that's dropping. So that comes on Saturday, the 27th of July at 10 a.m. And yeah, I mean, we'll probably not go for one on drop, but I will definitely keep an eye on the market just to pick one up. And like I said, it's always good to see new IP, new titles appearing on the app. And yeah, I think it's a step forward. So all for it. All right, let's see what else is on my list of talking points. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything. So we've gone over your blog, which you did with which you actually co-wrote with Richard, which I thought was actually really, really cool because that guy's knowledge for X-Men and anything like that is like wow, like
it's next level. Like we were going back and forth, you know, with should that one be? And we did this with the first one too when we did the top 10 X-Men list.
Yeah.
And I challenge him a little bit. I'm like, well, you know, like, what do you think about this? And is this what you meant by putting that one there? And he's like, yes, let me explain this. And it's like, oh man, like he's just so smart. He's so knowledgeable. So yeah, if like he gives me a lot of the framework to build upon, and then I have to do a lot of the editing and the image selection and all this kind of stuff. But they're a blast to do, and even that, like, you know, the Go Collect readers, the team, they enjoy them too, right? And they're getting a really high readership, high response rate. So, and they're timely. I think if anything else, you know, to put them out in a time when, you know, there's a lot of focus again back on the X-Men and Wolverine and the team and, you know, all the speculation and what's coming, and Deadpool's coming. Like there's just so much going on around it that it was nice to be able to put it together that quickly. And I don't know if anyone from the team's listening, but on the Go Collect team, you know, I really appreciate what they do to help me turn these things around quickly. Because, you know, a lot of time they'll take a couple of weeks to write something, right? Like you get fact check and edit and, you know, spell check because my typing's not great, right? But sometimes it's like I think they see it as well. It's like, you know, this is a really well-timed, well-placed piece. Let's see what we can do to run it through. And then their designers help me with the header images. You know, the editors are helping me get the stuff put together quickly. So, but just I have to say, like, they're just fun to do. It's like being on these spaces and these streams, right? And it's like we're talking about things we love, and here is a little thing on the side. I'm writing about things I love. It's awesome. So, but thank you for shouting that out. And I don't know if Richard's listening, but kudos to him again. He's been great to work with on these things. So we'll probably figure out something to do for some more soon. And I'll drop one hint, right? Stay tuned.
That's it. But, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay tuned. Shh. Shouldn't say that out loud, right? But yeah.
Oh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's very fun.
No, awesome. Okay, so yeah, that was on my list of talking points. We've gone over Millie Space. So big shout out to Emojii and Collectors Gone Digital. I believe they've got a gaming stream going on at the moment as well. So if you're interested, want to go over there and show them a little bit of support. Obviously, after you've spent a little bit of time listening to our chat as well. They've got I'm not sure what they're streaming. I think it says here streaming live on X, according to my things. Emojii streaming Street Fighter 6 practice and chat with Collectors Gone Digital. So they must be doing something with Street Fighter, because I think they announced something a little while ago as well. So get over, say hi, give them a comment, like, subscribe, etc., etc. Also, Josh just dropped a new video as well, covering McFarlane and about what's going on over there with the bloke and the project. Actually, on that subject as well, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out of McFarlane Digital at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the Keaton back cowl. I think there's a Wonder Woman drop coming in there as well. I mean, I do pay attention to McFarlane, but I'm not involved with it at all. But I just love seeing the innovation and seeing all the cool stuff out of McFarlane. What about you, Dr. Chris? So do you guys follow McFarlane at all?
I watch. I see the stuff dropping. I have a bunch of things, of course, on Candy, right? The old DC NFT, but I haven't bought any of his statue stuff. But I do watch. He's got some great videos on YouTube. Fellow Canuck, so I gotta keep the support going. But but it's his stuff's really great. I mean, it's just very detailed. They're sharp pieces.
Yeah. What about you, Doctor? So you're going.
A lot of cool pieces definitely been dropped over the last year and stuff on the platform, but between Cryptoids and VeVe, that's all I got, man. I can't squeeze in the third right now, so if my funds expand a little outward in the near future, then there's definitely some things over there I would grab, but overall I don't feel like I'll be able to enjoy them on a level I want to, because the showroom, I don't know what's going on with that and stuff like that. But, definitely they make some quality stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else is on my list to talk about. Oh yes, the big news. Omi To NFT dropped on a couple of days ago. How do we have any? I mean, me personally, I mean, I hold Omi, but I've never really sort of paid that much attention to the Omi side of things. But I think it's good. I mean, but to my knowledge, it's going through the third party application Stacker, which I believe is Dr. Profit is responsible for that one. But everyone's but to my knowledge, it seems to be working. Everyone seems to be happy with it. I know all the different platforms have been covering it, like from the likes of Superstars to Randy to Patient Hodler. Kid Arcade's gone over it as well, and I believe Mr. MC1 did a bit of beta testing, and he's come back with some positive responses. But yes, looks like it's a step in the right direction. Everyone so far seems to be happy with it. I know there's been a bit of pushback from in the community. I know there's been a few members of the community have had a few things to say about it. But Chris, Doctor, do we have any thoughts on Omi To NFT? Do we care? Do we think it's good? What do we reckon?
Oh, I care. It's. I bought Omi before I ever bought a VeVe collectible, right? So I've held that for a lot of years, and I mean, I don't really have any intention to sell it. I'm staking some on the app, of course, and
same.
Getting a few MCP out of that, but. I mean, the wish, could we do it within the app? That would be a dream come true, right? Like use your Omi to buy your NFTs, trade, put Omi back into the staking pool, whatever. But I have a suspicion that there's probably a lot more regulatory issues with that than they're most likely willing to share, or maybe they can't. I don't know, but I think that's the hesitation. But positive in that. Here's another example of some utility. There will be people that are probably more comfortable trading, buying, and selling on Stacker than they are on the VeVe app for whatever reason. It's another expansion, and it's another example of saying we're building. Here's something else we're doing, and we tested it and it works. So I think ultimately, right, that's that's the utility side on the Omi token. And the more they do with it, the better. If I'm not mistaken, this now brings it back to being deflationary again. Every time it's used, it's burnt.
Yes, I believe that is the case. Yeah, every time you use it, apparently they're burning Omi. So that's good.
So positive, right? I mean, there's not a lot of crypto options that are doing as much as the potential to do. So I think it's cool, and the more they can test it, the more they can roll it out into other applications and systems like this. Eventually, it could be in additional platforms. Who knows? But I just think it's positive. It's another development. Kudos to Foster and the team. I don't know what they had to do to make this happen, but it's another development, right? I think it's another milestone checking point. So, but I don't know enough about. I probably won't use it like maybe the other people will. I'm just as happy using my credit card to buy gems and keep it on my budget and that type of thing. But
same.
Yeah.
What about you, Dokta? Do you have any thoughts on the Omi To NFT or anything on that front?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a positive move. From what I've seen in the pictures, looks really clean too. The website and just the way the drop downs look, everything seems really plain and simple and obvious and easy to use. Of course, we won't know till we actually do it. And like Chris said, ultimate goal is to be able to do this stuff on the app. I thought that was the whole point of putting Omi on the app, which I've had on the app for ages. So until I think it's that easy, we won't see that drastic of a change in the market either. I mean, so, as far as that goes, I don't think it moves any like crazy needles or anything. But, the combination of that with the whole Bit4X thing, maybe a little movement. I don't know. But yeah, I agree with everything Chris said, man. There's no need to even reiterate anything, But I like the burn aspect as well. I just feel like overall, as far as the token, I just think it's going to gain more utility over time. And at the same time, even though it's billions or whatever millions tokens that's out there, it's just eventually going to get scarce, because when they turn on the gaming aspects and all this other stuff, is their main goal is to burn. So at some point, it's just like stacking a bunch of comics. Like you're going to be sitting there debating, like, all right, even if I have 6 of these, like, so many have been burned, like, and then we'll be able to see data like, all right, this many has been burned, this many exists. Then you got to ask, like, okay, what time period is the item from? Because then you have a percentage of locked accounts, bot accounts that are locked, inactive people, some people died, all types of stuff, so you got to say whatever percentage will never come back in circulation. And so it's a whole lot to consider, you know what I'm saying? But, I think the same thing is going to happen with Omi. There's people with millions and millions of Omi, and even they're going to be faced with like, damn, what do I want to do? Do I want to sell it? Like, so it depends on, price action, where stuff goes. That will sway people's decisions probably what to do with this stuff. But I just think along the way, they're going to build a lot of things that are just going to be fun and cool to interact with or play with. And at the same time, you're just burning Omi, through these organic processes. I think that's the best way to do it. And yeah, man, let's see where it goes.
Just stay tuned, see what happens. But we've got Emojii up to stage. Emojii, how are you, mate?
Hey, what's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
Good, mate. Good. I believe you're in the middle of playing Street Fighter, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, I switched up. Josh got me to switch up into Fortnite. So he told you we're on the stream. We came through on the stream, right?
Yes, he did.
All right, bet. Yeah, so I just switched up. I think he called it a night, but I wanted to catch the remainder of the conversation before I kind of like turned in myself and kind of like chime in because with the whole Omi thing, yeah, man, like I I definitely do hear it, right? Because at the end of the day, like that's kind of like what we were all expecting, right? Like, even if not in the app, maybe on the web app. But I mean, for me, it's kind of like I guess it all depends on how seamless this is, right? Like if it works so it doesn't feel like you're going through like loops and holes and stuff like that to get from one app to another, then I think that's a win. And I'll throw in like an example, right? Because the VeVe.me app and the VeVe.me/comics app are still technically two different websites. And the comics, it allows you to kind of like buy digital collectibles that aren't NFTs and things outside of gyms, that whole gym ecosystem. But the way that it functions, it all feels like the same, right? And I think however they end up implementing Stacker, as long as it still has that feel, that implementation where one is kind of like feeding off the other and it just feels samey, um then I don't really have much of a problem with it. It's fine as long as it gets the job done. I think it really all boils down to how efficient and how seamless it all kind of like just works together.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just happy something is here, right? So as that gets built out, then we'll see where it goes. But I will say this, right? Like the thing that I think is a positive is that it mentioned that the Omi that you have on Stacker is still counted with the Omi that you have on VeVe, meaning like you still get the rewards, right? So like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, so that already gives me the whole line of kind of like they're still, lumping in the same package, or there's some type of, um I guess cohesiveness between the two, because you can hold your OME on Stacker and still get the bonuses, still get the MCP, all of that stuff as if you had it on the app. So yeah, man, I think time will tell, right? Time will tell, but as long as it's just integrated, I look at it like this, right? Like, a lot of people, were amped about, or amped at the idea of getting this stuff on OpenSea, right? Well, minus the whole self custody issue, right? It's the same concept, right? Like you're going to a third party to make your sales through crypto, which is ultimately what OpenSea is. You're taking your stuff from your wallet, putting in a third party, and making your sales through there. Except maybe, hopefully, maybe this might be even more seamless. But I mean, we'll see.
That's it. It's still early days. I mean, like I said, they only just announced this on Tuesday.
Yeah, and, for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no worries, Rich. Also, just in regards to what we've been speaking about, like with some of the San Diego Comic-Con drops and stuff like that. Well, is there anything that you're interested in? Are you going to be going for any of the drops come starting today?
Is the comic for today Comic-Con a Comic-Con drop? The
yes.
Jean Grey thing?
That's the one, yeah. That's happening today in my time, but I'm guessing that might be early to morning your time, or whatever your drop time is. But yeah, the first appearance of the Dark Phoenix is dropping today.
Okay, yeah. I'll get that. I end up picking up like the comics, so I'll get the comics and probably a few Sentinels, and the Wolverine looks nice. The Wolverine does look nice. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, I'll probably pick up a few things. I feel like the event is I wish I was there, man. I wish I was there. It seems like everyone's having a good time out there.
Yeah, definitely. And also, just speaking of someone who's out there and on the ground being a correspondent for a certain informant, Fro up to the stage. Fro, how are you?
Hey, Oz. Good evening. How are you?
Actually, sorry, Fro. What's up?
Oh, let me start over. What's up?
Mate, gold, absolute gold.
Long time listener. Gosh, I just want to come up and say hi. Dokta, my brother. Good seeing you again. Emojii, how's it going, brother?
My bro.
Chris
What's
Evers.
up, bro? What's up?
Yeah.
Bro, my mint, bro.
Yeah, Chris has got me buying up everything I could. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's a true story. In about a week and a half, I just put in, I think, about like $2,000 worth of comics and collectibles.
Wow.
But they're all I'm mint chasing really hard, and that's thanks to Chris. Thank you, Chris, for that.
We're gonna have to start calling this like the Severs effect or the Chris effect or something like that.
Bro, you gotta make a video of you as like Bruce Banner with big hair, and then all of a sudden you become Mint Hulk.
Ooh, I like it. Very nice.
Yeah, that's
Very
not bad.
nice.
I like that.
We've created a monster.
It's and I love it. I can't thank enough, Chris, for kind of turning that page for me. I was kind of stuck, and then you turn the page, and I'm like, whoa, what else is there? And then we keep turning, and here we are. You see my collection, Chris, so it's kind of it's not as great as yours, but I'm following your footsteps on that one.
That's awesome, man. I love some of the stuff you're picking up. It's great. It's great.
Yeah,
There's
and
lots to go around.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, Chris sent me a DM the other day, and he's like, "Fro, I don't know if you saw this, but that's your mint number." Immediately jumped on. Buy now.
It's just like, oh, you bastard.
Yeah,
cool.
It's fun though. You start to see certain people really like to collect certain numbers, and it's just it's an easy DM, right? I get a few people do this now. I was like, hey, did you know that's available? And just fun stuff, right? It's especially if you're buying to flip, great. It's not as important, but if you're trying to build sets and stacks or like specific things, right? At some point, showing this stuff in a virtual showroom or something, it's going to be pretty awesome, right? And so, yeah, having these collections, and it's pretty cool.
Definitely. But Fro, I believe you're going to be on the ground at San Diego Comic-Con covering drops for Informant.
Yeah, so funny story behind that. I'll just give you kind of like just a short version. I don't want to bore the listeners.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, like just to be fair, I've only got about like 10 or 15 minutes before I got to start wrapping up the space. But go for it.
Perfect. I'll keep it super short. So BE normally covers the drop streams during the weekdays, and I'm like, well, I'm going to already be there. How about if I just jump on your live stream and I'll just go live from the VeVe booth, or as I'm walking up and down the aisles at Comic-Con. That way the people at home could, see what's going on, see some cosplayers while they're going for the drop, and it'll be live. So I thought it was a cool idea, and just some for the fam at home that aren't able to attend.
I would just like to add my 2 cents as a person that has attended the last 2 New York Comic-Cons, and my intent was definitely to do just that, Fro. One thing I could tell you is, when you get there as early as possible, and find yourself. Don't go to nobody at the VeVe booth, because they're gonna tell you they don't know nothing, they don't have nothing. You have to talk to one of the comic book people, somebody that's a vendor, and first thing you need to do is get the Wi-Fi password. Because if you don't have Wi-Fi, you barely have a signal in there. So even if you get a live stream off, I tried live streaming many times. I was interviewing Reese one year. Like I done it. You can go to my page and see. But yeah, your quality, it will degrade the quality to like pixelated version. So you gotta make sure you get the Wi-Fi password.
That's it.
There it is. Dr. Strange, wealth of knowledge. I knew
That's
it.
Get the Wi-Fi.
Thank you for that. Absolutely. I'll make a beeline to somebody and hey, Would I please be able to get the Wi-Fi password from you?
I'm telling you, we gotta talk to like Sanjay, and then he gotta talk to Dave. Some gotta happen, man, because we need that. I tried 2 years in a row to be that dude, and it just did not work at all. I tried.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. We'll do. And I want to say some of the VeVe team members know that I will be live streaming from there, so maybe one of them could just kind of put me in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So what is your plan while you're at San Diego Comic-Con? Do you have a plan, or are you just going to get there and just go to freestyle it and just see where it takes you?
Normally Anon and I just kind of we just walk around. We try to buy up as many San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that we possibly can. Lines are extremely long, so by the time you pick up 1 or 2 items, 2 hours have already passed because hour and a half of it was just waiting in line just to get to that one item.
Yep.
So we probably just kind of tag team it. And my whole thought process is I pick up a bunch of stuff, bring it back, and then I'll jump on the Real Uncommon podcast on Aloha Friday when we debut our next video that my brother has already scripted.
Oh, has he?
And we'll just give away some Comic-Con exclusive stuff live on the Real Uncommon podcast. So yeah, that was the whole plan, and just to give something back to the VeVe community, because it's all about the love and sharing for those who aren't able to attend. But yeah, it's just something that I kind of wanted to do since last year, but never really had I don't know, just the thought process to put it all together. But with B's help, and I think doing a live stream, because he's one of the only live streamers that I know that will go normally live for drop days. And so that's why we kind of got together and wanted to do this for everyone back at home who aren't able to attend. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. And with Doc's advice, I would get in there early and try to get the password, and that way the quality won't be crap, Doc.
Sir, I'm glad you came up and got to tell you that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thanks for dropping in, bro. So much appreciated. Again, it's been a while since you've actually had the time to drop in the space and say hi. So it's good to see you, mate, and good to know you're keeping well. And looking forward to your coverage of the drops.
Oh yeah, thank you. As I'm actually sitting at my brother Nan's house, we're just drinking whiskey. Actually, we're drinking old fashions, and we're trying not to be.
I was about to say, oh dear. Say you've got the whiskey happening, and you're on VeVe. Ooh, anything could happen.
Yeah, don't drink in VeVe.
Don't drink in VeVe.
Financial advice.
That is financial advice.
Exactly. I do see Anna listening there in the background as well, but thanks for dropping in, and you guys are actually killing it with the content you guys are coming out with, especially now with the What's Up video. Really really excited to see what Anand cooks up for you next.
Oh, we're just sitting here brainstorming before I jump onto VeVe Wednesdays, and it's gonna probably be the most horrible, worst, but same time funniest one we've done to date. It's it's gonna be jam packed. He's got a lot going on, and I'm gonna be the guy in the wig, and Anand's gonna be 100% the guy behind the camera, and the guy that makes all the magic happen.
Excellent, and we're looking forward to it. So we're waiting in anticipation. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, I got about 10 minutes before I got to start wrapping up space because, like I say, always it's the time of the morning, which is kind of like the danger zone for me where my kids decide to get up and start kicking around. But again, I know we've got Evolve coming up to the stage. So Evolve, how are you, mate? So we'll give you a few minutes to say hi, and then like I said, if anybody wants to come up and say a few words or write something in the comments in the last 5-10 minutes, you're more than welcome to do so. But Evolved, ew, how are you, mate?
Heyo, what's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute, but
that's definitely been a minute.
free time on a Wednesday. Live streaming. Can't wait to see the live stream tomorrow. Some exciting stuff is happening right now. But stay safe, y'all.
Will do. And keep doing what you're doing, Evolved. I know you've got your Venomized project in the works. I see a lot of stuff for you covering Nifty Island and all sorts of different NFT projects. Very, very cool. And yeah, keep it going.
Yeah, appreciate it,
stuff.
boss.
Yeah,
you're doing great with the spaces, man. You're staying consistent. Almost over a year now.
It is over a year now, and yeah, it has been difficult in spots, but yeah, we're still doing it, and yeah, trying to improve when and where I can. And no, I just apologize. I'm sorry. Like you finally got the time to jump in the space, but I don't have the time to keep them going. So yeah, sorry about that. But you'll definitely have to try and jump in on the Sunday show or whenever else you can.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely need to get on a Sunday one. It's been a minute since I've had the chance to join you guys for that one, but yes, that way I can actually like talk story with you guys, or even just what we're collecting and whatnot. I've been listening a little bit, basically volume up, volume down.
Yeah.
when I can, but yeah, I hope you're doing well, bro.
Yeah,
everyone
mate.
Up on stage as well. Everyone in the crowd, much love.
Awesome.
No, thank you, Bob. And then we'll go Guri, and then we'll go D, and then I better start wrapping up. So Guri, how are you, mate?
I'm doing well. What's up? Okay, and I just wanted to say hello, Dokta. Happy birthday, Oz. Happy Thursday or whatever day it is in your side of the world.
Thursday morning.
Thank you, Gary.
Aloha to all the island people, and that's it. I just wanted to say hello.
Nice one. Yeah. Thanks for dropping in, Guri. So I was curious to see if you're still standing in line at some food parlor or something, or sitting down eating something while you're listening to this. Because it always seems like every time I jump on X, I see you standing in a food line or something when you listen to these streams. Are very cool. But yeah, good to hear from you. Good to hear from you, brother. And yeah, hope you're keeping well. And last one, D, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up times 2?
Hope everyone's doing well. Just wanted to come up and wish Dr. Strange happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
That's it for everybody who didn't catch it. It is Doctor Strange. It is officially now Doctor Strange's birthday. So again, make sure you wish him a happy birthday. Get it out there in the X posters. And like I said before, if he does also have a link to. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's all right. I think we had someone trying to jump in. But sorry, we're not taking any more requests. But like I was saying, if you want to support Doctor Strange, you can buy him a coffee with his link in his profile page, or he's also doing. I believe you're still doing the custom beats as well on Fiverr.
Oh yeah, we got that going on, man. Background beats. If you spit, if you're an aspiring spitter, got some beats I'm whipping up. You can probably find that in the details of like one of my latest videos or something like that. You'll find links in there. I'm doing custom intros, all that good stuff. And yeah, man, if you want to say what's up, throw us tips. We both got buy me coffees, all that great stuff. And if you want to send me a happy birthday thing, you could do that too. Just hit the link tree in my bio. You'll see buy me a coffee at the top. And if you want to send me more than what buy a coffee lets you send, you can just DM me and I got you. Cash App, Venmo, whatever you want to bless your boy with, man. But I appreciate you all. Love you all. You already know the drill, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those options are all available. But D, how are you? So, like I said, I've seen all sorts of awesome stuff come out of the podcast. I also caught the news feed you did the other day as well. D, very, very cool. Yeah, a lot of awesome stuff coming out of you guys lately.
Yeah, we've been doing well. Just chugging along on the podcast and other projects and stuff. But yeah, everything is cool. Just as Evolve says, just doing.
just doing the thing. And also the more important question is how are you doing pregnancy wise? How's the little one treating you? It's not being too violent?
She's eating all the food.
I mean, that's not a house and home.
Exactly. Clean out the fridge. I love it.
Yeah, there's no waste in this house. Yeah, everything is well. Yeah, it's great. I had my doctor's appointment yesterday, so yeah, baby boy is doing fine. Thank you.
Excellent. That's what I love to hear. And Emojis goes hand up, and then after that I'll have to start wrapping up the space. Sorry guys, but Emoji, go for it.
Hey, just want to once again, congrats. Very, very happy to hear that the baby's doing well. Appreciate you guys for the space. That was all I wanted to say. Just thank you guys for holding it. Shout out to you, Doctor, man. I hope you enjoy your special day, bro. And yeah, man, just appreciate y'all.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Moji.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but thank you so much for everyone who's taking the time to tune in to listen to your busy day. I know we've got a lot going on at the moment. We've got Comic-Con. We've got just life. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate whether you can spare 5 minutes or 5 hours. So whatever you can spare is always much appreciated. And yeah, big thank you to all the speakers we've had speaking with us today, especially Chris, Fro, Emojii, Evolved, Guri. So yeah, we just appreciate you guys. It's been a really good episode this time around. I had plenty of discussion about what's happening on the Comic-Con San Diego front, all the drops, and just a little bit about life. Yeah, it's been fun, and also about your blog as well, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice one. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys. I do have to start wrapping up the space because, like I said, it's just gone 6 o'clock. So this is kind of like danger zone for me, where the kids start knocking around. But again, any final words from anyone before I start closing out the space? I'll start with Dokta, and I'll work around.
Well, I know how it goes down, man. You're running over time, so I don't want to get you killed. I would like to do episode 68 next week, so I'm gonna keep it brief, man. Just want to shout out everybody for coming through. Another VeVe Wednesdays in the books, man. It was awesome chilling with everybody. Conversations was dope. Happy birthday to me. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is 1 year away from 50, man. Believe it or not.
Really?
Check the pictures, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take a picture when I wake up in the morning, man. Let you see what's going on. Aging gracefully, feeling great. You know what I'm saying? I'm surrounded by great people in this community, so man, every day is just great, man. Hopping in these spaces, with things, got Emojii doing things out here. So yeah, man, I just love it, man. So much positivity, Evolve, man. Keep doing it. Everybody, Nino, shout out to you, Hanano, shout out everybody in here, man. Dudes, Mondo, of course. Yeah, man. Fro, you already know. Chris, Evolve. Everybody, Guri, yo, you already know. Thank you, man. And man, everybody have a good weekend. And don't forget to get to the comics on Friday. And what do we got Sunday, Oz? I'm sure you let them know, man. But good night, everybody.
All right, thank you, Dokta. Say, Fro, anything you want to leave us with before we start closing out?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for another great episode of VeVe. Thank you for hosting. You're always stand up, very professional. I listen to Sundays, the whole bit, and I'm kind of like, what happened there, you handled perfectly well. And I just wanted to say, wonderful job. And
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Doc, happy birthday, brother. Yeah, man, one more year closer to 50. You don't even look it. So
no, I definitely wouldn't pick 50.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us, and that's pretty much it. Have a wonderful night or wonderful morning, whatever parts of the road you're from, and that's pretty much it.
Nice one. Thank you, Fro. So, what about you, Emojii? Anything you'd like to say before I start closing out?
I mean, I pretty much said it all, but I'll reiterate once again, yo. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the space. Appreciate the consistency. And yeah, man, just keep rocking, bro. Just keep rocking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say, Evolve. Say anything that you want to say.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Osman, of course, always thank you for the space. You're doing a great job. Along with Dokta coming in with the co-host. Absolutely phenomenal guy. And a happy fucking birthday to you. Didn't even think you were over 40, to be honest.
The youngest
But much
50-year-old
love.
on
You
the
have a
planet,
great day
man.
tomorrow.
Thank you, bro.
No,
Age is just the number, man.
That's it. That's it.
Bro,
And
I can't wait to fucking see you. It's gonna be amazing at the movie. The movie's gonna be great. What else? Emojii, keep rocking with the streams, bro. I love them. You're so entertaining. Chris, great blogs. I read half of them and then I go back to it later, but they are very good reads, and I'm not a person that reads. So much love. D, you're doing awesome cooking. Yes. Whoa. D. Anano. Congratulations, guys. You guys are almost there. But Guri as well, much love, everyone in the crowd. And whoever listens back. Stay
that's it.
Stay happy, stay positive.
That's it. And D, anything you want to say before I start closing out, and then we'll move along.
Yeah, just wanted to say again, happy birthday, brother, and thank you guys for holding the space and everyone tuning in. Hope everyone has a good night, a good day. Doctor, check your DMs. Peace.
Ooh, check your DMs. Excellent. And Chris, say anything you want to leave us with, mate, before we start closing out?
I know it's late, so I'll be quick, but
that's all good, mate.
Blessed to see everybody. Great comments. Great community here. Just what a wonderful group of people. I'm just so happy to. And Alex, you're doing so great with these shows. I gotta say, it's just proud watching how far you've come, developed here. And of course, Doctor, happy birthday. 50. There's no way.
almost, Chris.
The
Don't
music
start
keeps
now.
you young, my friend.
Yeah, it's 49, man. Let's slow it down now. Reel it back in here.
Okay, good. I thought that was. There's no way.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a year to put something together on a Sanjay level. You know what I'm saying? We got to be in a whole nother country or something by next year and all come together and just have a crazy bash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be in San Diego right now. You know what I'm saying? But we got the 9 to 5 thing going and all that. We got to get out of this life, man. We got to blow up, man. VeVe needs to blow up, man.
That's it. We're definitely trying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, Evolved, everybody, man. Appreciate you guys, man, for real.
100%.
And last one, Guri, anything you want to leave us with, mate, before I start closing out?
Nope. No, I'm good. Thank you.
No, sir, I'm good. Excellent, love it. All right, guys. Well, I guess on that note, I better start closing out. Now, normally I do the big spiel, but I think I'm a little bit short for time. But I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taking the time out of the busy day to come and chill in the space with us. It's been an amazing space. So lots of great conversation about what's happening with San Diego Comic-Con. Just all that fun stuff. And but if you're just tuning in now, fear not. It will all be available on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel if you want to catch the replay there. Big shout out to the VeVe Collective as well. Basically, we're just a group of collectors, just passionate about the space and wanted to come together and just collect and connect with others, whether that be physicals, digital, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever you're into, we're all for it. So as long as you like to geek out and you're kind and respectful and we're just happy to have you. And if you want to know more about VeVe and what we do, feel free to send us a DM. And also, just in case you're wondering what the V stands for, it actually doesn't stand for VeVe. Though we primarily cover VeVe, we do talk about all sorts of other stuff as well. The V stands for value, and that's what we're just trying to bring to the space, trying to bring to people's collecting experiences, people's lives, and just trying to create a great value in the space. And normally this is the part where I say a big shout out to all our members, but unfortunately I'm a little bit strapped for time this time around, but that's okay. But all of our members will have their descriptions and links in the description below when it comes to the YouTube video, so you can check out more there. But And done all that. So again, big thank you everyone for tuning in. Good luck if you're going for any of the drops coming from between now and Sunday. There's going to be lots going on. And yes, as someone I think Dokta mentioned before, this coming Friday, I've got Get to the Comics. My special guest this time round is I have the Kid Arcade, and also his lovely lady Cricket is going to be joining me, and we're going to be covering Uncanny X-Men number 221, which is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. So again, that's going to be live, and if you're able to tune in, please feel free to do so. If not, totally cool. All the links in that will be available on X. And I actually just noticed. In case you haven't noticed as well, I've actually just joined the blue checkmark gang of X. So yay me! I'm actually fully verified now. So thank you, X. Hopefully now I can actually stream to you without getting interrupted. Okay, guys. On that note, I better say my goodbyes. Also, as well, if you, I've heard very, very exciting things about the new Deadpool Wolverine movie that's just come out. It sounds like it's getting loads of positive review. I'm very excited to see it. I actually had the pleasure of this Saturday, this coming weekend. I am actually going to be in London, and I'm going to be seeing Deadpool and Wolverine with Weisman, Master Ronnie, and VeVe. Yeah, I can never say it properly. Viva la VeVe, that's the one. And also, there we go. I got it out eventually. And we're going to be seeing the movie on Saturday, and also be meeting up with Mr. Falcon in the afternoon. So it's going to be a VeVe meetup day. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully I'll have a few photos and might even do a little live stream, or a little blog or something to go with it. Who knows? And on that note, guys, I better go because I can hear pitter patters from feet from upstairs. So again, big thank you to everyone listening. Big thank you to everyone who's been speaking. Massive, massive thank you. And again, happy birthday to my co-host, Dr. Strange. Hope you have a good one, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day. So this has been WebB Wednesdays, episode 67. I've been your host, Osmond Collect 63. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk more soon.